Hello and welcome to Crypto Traders Room. This is your host, Crypto Trader. And for a majority of you that know, Crypto Traders Room is a place where we eat, drink, sleep, dream, trade, and invest in digital currencies. And if you're a new-time viewer, welcome. And don't forget to click on that subscribe button, as well as the post notification, so that you're notified every time a video is uploaded or I schedule a spur-of-the-moment type of live stream. And then feel free to connect with us on Steam, Twitter, as well as Facebook. And definitely sign up for our mailing list by going to www.cryptotradersroom.com. So welcome to everybody. Let's see who we got in the room today. Calzone Thies, you're the first. Yes, welcome. Trevor, welcome. Sadula, welcome. Oni, welcome, buddy. Hey, Oni, thank you so much for that $10 super chat the other day. I didn't see it until I was actually looking at YouTube analytics and saw that you had actually donated 10 bucks. So thank you so much, man. I do apologize for not seeing that, but thank you, bud. Definitely appreciate it. GZ Mac, Blake, Daniel, Jareen, Godfried, Miroslav, Bob, welcome, guys. Hope everybody's doing well. So a little recap of basically what happened the other day. I'm sure majority of you guys know. But before I left for my appointment, I went ahead and put in a $250, which I thought was kind of low, and I didn't think it would execute, but purchased 112, a little over 112 Ethereums at what I thought was a actual good price of 250. And of course, the flash crash happened. And that flash crash, basically, somebody went ahead and just put in a multi-million-dollar market sell order. And when they did that, it actually, cleared the order book and dropped the price by 30% from 318 to about $225. So my 250 was executed. But when it dropped to 225, that caused a cascade. And basically, Coinbase system started initiating stop losses and then started initiating margin funding. And then that just basically started the downfall and caused Ethereum to basically get down to 10 cents. But yeah, it's just it's the nature of the beast. And, if it can happen once, it can happen again. These flash crashes, it's not something new. It's happened in the stock market before. So like I said, if it could happen, it will happen again. It's just a matter of time. So something I would highly, highly recommend for any trader, any investor that's out there is do not utilize margin. And I've said this on every live stream to anybody that asked me about margin. I said, stay away from it. Do not utilize it, especially for new traders. And this isn't, my first rodeo around the block utilizing margin. I've utilized margin many times and, got very successful with it, as well as stay away from stop loss. Do not initiate a stop loss because you are not guaranteed to have it initiated at the price that you specify, especially if there's a flash crash. And that's what I feel bad for. Really my heart bleeds for, the long-term investors that had, probably bought Ethereum at, let's just say hypothetically $50. And, it goes up to $400. They don't take profit. And at $300, they're like, you know what? Let me just put in a stop loss to protect the profit that I've already made. And I'll put that stop loss at $200. And what do you know? Everything got wiped out because more than likely, their price point got executed pennies on the dollar. So my heart does bleed, for the people that thought they were protecting their investment, protecting their capital, their profit, and they completely get wiped out by utilizing the stop loss. And I didn't know that GDAX had the ability, and it was hidden. It wasn't out in plain sight at all. And if I knew about it, I would have definitely mentioned it. But they do have stop loss limit, but they hid it under advanced tab. And I wish that was out in the open for everybody to be able to see, because a lot of investors or traders would have utilized that stop loss limit, and it would have basically limit, the price, well, at least, from having it executed at 10 cents or pennies on the dollar, basically. So, my heart definitely goes out to them. And, it's not the end of the world. That's kind of the way I look at it. It's not the end of the world. There's a lot more things that are valuable than money. Our health, our family is a lot more valuable than what GDAX took away from us or Coinbase took away from us. So, if you are in the same situation, as I am, keep your head up, take it, one day at a time, and think positive things, or, have positive thoughts, and positive things will happen. All right, let me get to some of the comments, and then, we'll see if I can get into some trades. But I doubt it, to be honest with you. I'm going to have to be very selective, not utilizing margin, not utilizing stop loss. And I've actually never really utilized, well, I did utilize stop loss once, and there was a little bit of a slippage that happened, but nothing major. But it definitely didn't execute at the price that I was hoping to execute at. Yeah, hit that like button, guys. And if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. Margin can be a killer. Yes, Daniel, margin can definitely be a killer. And I mean, I took 8,000 to 22,000 in a matter of 3 months. I mean, I had a great run. I really did have a great run. And then I lost 17,000 in a matter of a millisecond. I mean, I wish I was at my computer to watch what happened, but it had to be, a fraction of a second for it to execute and then liquidate instantly right away. So, I mean, all in all, I mean, this part of the 17,000, 14,000 of it was, pure profit that I basically locked in, within the past 3 months. So all in all, I lost $3,000 of my capital. So I'm back down to square one. You live and learn. Yes, indeed. Yeah, only the day was definitely bad, man. That Corona helped out. It really did. But guys, this can happen anytime. So you definitely got to be careful. And I will still keep saying it. Don't utilize margin. Stay away from margin. If this can happen to me, it can happen to anybody, especially a new trader. So stay away from margin. But yeah, this is a huge crash within a matter of seconds. I mean, it brought it back down to levels unheard of and unseen, and this is unrealistic drop. And whoever made caused that crash knew what they were doing. And I'm hoping that Coinbase employees were not colluding, with whoever did this. But I'm curious to find out. Those 10-cent purchases. When were they put in the order book is what I would like to know. If they were put in within a matter of a couple seconds before the crash happened, then yeah, it's shadiness. It's completely shadiness. All right, so let's see what's going on in the overall market today. So I'm down, but guys, I'm not out. I am not out at all. So, but let's see. Bitcoin, up almost a 0.5%. Litecoin, a little over 1%. Ethereum Classic, 3%. Ethereum, about 1.5%. Let's see if there's any ICN down about 18%. But I will be selling Ethereum. Well, at least what they left me with on Ethereum. I will be selling those at probably 330, and then utilizing the money hopefully on Litecoin. If Litecoin gets a nice correction from its current price of 46.38, I would love for this thing to kind of correct back down to the $40 level, 41.50 ish. I think 41.50 is kind of what it touched the other day, or at least when the flash crash was happening. Yep, 41.50. So that would have been a great entry, and I wish I was in Litecoin instead of Ethereum, but who knew? Who knew? So if you were caught in this flash crash, like I said, my heart does go out to you, but keep your head up. And, time heals all wounds. That's kind of the way I look at it. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, let's look and see if I could, I'll put in a sell order for the Ethereum that I have left. But I think they did disable margin, so you cannot trade on margin on Ethereum, which is definitely a good thing. And I think anybody that was caught in this flash crash, or even if you weren't caught in this flash crash, I think that kind of tells you to kind of stay away from this margin. But yeah, let's go ahead and attempt to sell everything at a limit price of, I'll be happy to get rid of it at 330. And that's kind of what I was looking for. When I got in at 250, I was looking really for 300 or 330, and that would have been about a $9,000 profit. But yeah, so whatever I have, the 3.63, I'm making an 80% profit on that. But overall, yeah, it's completely down. So this is a more of a realistic trading account now. I'm not starting out with $8,000, which to a lot of people that's a lot of money, and they're not able to start out with $8,000. So starting out with $1,000 on GDAX and then having 4,089 on Bitfinex is a little more realistic for the average trader that's out there. So you guys get to follow me on this journey to hopefully build this account back up to where it was. It's going to take a little bit of time, but it's doable. It's completely doable. But yeah, 330 is what I'm looking to get rid of just about everything. As long as, actually, they're not even allowing me to sell. Oh, no, that's buy. Definitely don't want to be buying at 330. All right, 330. Let's see if it executes. It's not too far away. A couple, basically 18 cents away. Any thoughts on Gollum? I don't know. I can take a look at the chart, bud. But yeah, I really don't have any thoughts on Gollum in the sense of the fundamental aspects of it. And Scott M, yeah, I got to thank my buddy Scott. I know you're on this live stream. You don't usually like to chat, but I know you usually have me on in the background. But yeah, thanks for keeping me company yesterday at the bar. I would have been sitting at the bar by myself, and that wouldn't have been fun. So my buddy Scott M, came out for a little bit and kept me company and had a couple of Blue Moons with a shot of OJ. And that's usually the way I like to drink my Blue Moons. A little bit of shot of OJ in it. It's delicious. But let's see if this thing will execute, and I'll try to get to some of the comments. And if it does execute, then we'll be possibly looking for an entry on Litecoin. And I do have an order to buy Litecoin, 102 Litecoins at $40. I doubt it's going to drop to $40, but I thought I would put that in there. And that was put in there yesterday. But it's either going to be Litecoin or possibly Ethereum Classic. We'll see if Ethereum Classic can get possibly to a $16 price point. That's an entry that I would be comfortable getting into. Definitely not at this 1966 range. But yeah, but anybody that had Ethereums, when this flash crash happened, and they didn't have any stop losses or any sell orders put in, yeah, they were perfectly fine. You still have your Ethereums. It's really people that affected is people that had their stop loss and margin. Anybody that was in margin definitely got liquidated. And think about it. I mean, even if I would have put a lowball offer of $50 in, and it executes, it would have still liquidated. It got to 10 cents. So it really didn't matter at what price point you put your entry in. Utilize a margin, it would have gotten executed. I mean, even if you would have put it at $2, just thinking, hey, what, I'm going to be gone for X amount of time. I don't have computer access. I'll go ahead and attempt to purchase whatever 100, or 200 Ethereums at $2. It would have definitely gotten liquidated. I mean, for it to get to 10 cents, that's a huge drop, even from your $2 purchase, $10 purchase, whatever it might be. So, it didn't really matter at what price point I would have put my order in. Something that I'm very fortunate about. Is that they liquidated it at an average price, usually somewhere around 92, 93 bucks. So I'm very fortunate that they closed it out at 93 bucks and they didn't close everything out at $1.10, because then I would have ended up owing GDAX or Coinbase money, and that would have probably been the worst feeling ever. So they left me with a little bit. They threw me a little bit of bone with a little bit of meat on it, and I'm kind of thankful for that. David, that's a great comment, man. The flash crash that happened yesterday is most likely a strategic act by a whale. It's known as stop hunting. But the thing is, though, for stop hunting, they must have had that data. They had to have the data of how much leverage was being used on the buy side, as well as possibly on the sell side. And where stops are basically at. So they had to have that data, and they had to have known that, wow, people are stacked up. This is the time to do it. I mean, they knew what they were doing. And without that data, it's kind of hard to do what they did. And that data is very valuable. So, however, if they did get that data from a Coinbase employee, yeah, that's pretty shady. It's pretty shady. And I hope that Coinbase does their thorough investigation. I don't expect them to give any money back or roll back any of the trades, but they definitely need to put security measures in place to protect investors and traders from this happening again. Jax still has vulnerability from the hack. Yeah, man, it's a lot of crazy things with Jax. I don't trust Jax at all. I really don't. If you're going to be storing your coins, definitely get a hardware wallet. That's the best thing to do, or a paper wallet. What a fish, buying Litecoin at 40 plus. I'm not buying Litecoin at 40 plus. Definitely not. I mean, I put the order in for 40 the other day, but that's going to be canceled. You don't need exact data. I mean, they need something. Or maybe they knew, hey, you know what? GDAX just increased margin for everybody, and I'm sure they're utilizing it. Yeah, definitely the recent increase of leverage. Alvis, think about it this way, though. For them to sell, you know, what, $30 million worth of Ethereum. I'm sure some of it got executed at a very low price. I mean, but they made out. I mean, especially if whoever sold it, if they were able to buy in on pennies on the dollar, they definitely made out. Yeah, they took a little bit of hit because they did a market sell. So some of their coins got executed at a very high price. A lot of them probably got executed at a very low price. But if they bought in at 10 cents a dollar, whatever it might have been, they made out. Will ETH recover from this turmoil? It has. It has recovered. I mean, for it to be $330, $329, yeah, it's definitely recovered. It recovered within a matter of seconds, fraction of a second, probably. Yeah, and obviously, if it's not the same whale that bought at the bottom, it's one of his partners. They colluded. Hey, you know what? Let's get rid of all this ether that we have, and then now, you get rid of all the ether that you have, and I'm going to buy tons of ether, and then we'll go ahead and split it up. Yeah, but just remember, I mean, this can happen anytime. So don't utilize margin, don't utilize stop loss. Use limit sell, use limit buy. Don't even use stop buy. Not at all. And actually, here I'll show you guys where they hit it. So I mean, you click on market, you click on limit. Even when you're on limit, you click on advance. You really don't get much information except for having that position be good till canceled or good till fill time, immediate or cancel or fill or kill. But when you click on stop, you got to click on advance. And when you click on advance is when it gives you the option to limit the price. And I've never seen that there. So, lesson learned. Now I know it's there. So if I'm going to utilize, a stop sell, I'm definitely going to be utilizing, the stop limit sell price. But let's see if she gets up to 330. I should have probably sold earlier when I got to 330, but I did not. I wasn't even really too concerned of looking at Ethereum, to be honest with you. Daniel, BTC price, let's see, what are you saying? If the BTC upgrade goes well, do I see altcoins being wiped out? Not completely wiped out, but, market cap will be taken away. I think, some of that money might flow out of altcoins into BTC. What do I think the price action will be like till the end of June? Price action on which currency? I mean, I think everything's stabilizing. It really is. This is really where it should be. Having that freak of an accident of a crash. It's not something that you're going to see on a daily basis. Yes, it can happen again. Did you really? You got it for less than $1. You bought 300. I would need proof of that. I would need to see proof, Patel. But if you did, hey man, that's awesome. More power to you, buddy. Am I done with F, Andy? No, I'm not done with F. No, definitely not, dude. This isn't an issue with Ethereum. It was an issue with somebody hitting that market sell. That's all it was. How long did I? Oh, okay, you're asking Oni. You're asking Patel. Trevor, thank you for joining, man. Yeah, if you got internet connections, I completely understand. But thank you so much for joining. Yeah, long-term investors, that had their their coins, out of Coinbase, or even just, just had it there and didn't have a sell price, or, a stop sell price, yeah, they're perfectly fine. Or, they weren't on margin, they're perfectly fine. All right, come on, 330, let's go. Let's hit this. Let's go ahead and cancel this Litecoin at 40 bucks, because it's definitely not going to get to 40 bucks. Got to find a good entry, though. Got to find a good entry. So I'm kind of glad that, I did have, a little over $4,000 sitting on Bitfinex, and that money was not on GDAX. Because if it was on GDAX, more than likely I would have utilized it, and it would have wiped me out completely. I wouldn't have been able to trade today. And there's a lot of people that got taken out of the game, unfortunately. What are my thoughts on Ripple? What is Ripple doing now? 28.79? Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not really a fan of Ripple. I mean, I use these things as a trading vehicle. I can care less about the technology behind it. My crypto journey. What's up, brother? Yeah, dude, I'm okay, man. It's, like I said before, money comes and goes. It really does. And it's not the end of the world, I've made it before. I've lost it within a matter of seconds, and, I'll make it back. It might take, 5 months to get back to where I was, because I was starting out with 8,000. Now I'm starting with 5,000. Unless, I hit a really good streak, and, I get a really good entry, and we get a nice parabolic move. That's the only way for me to kind of make it back faster. But, I kind of expect, possibly 5 months towards the end of the year, is kind of my goal, that I should be back to where I was. Trevor, thank you so much, man. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. I enjoy doing this too, and I enjoy conversing with you guys. So, definitely thank you for joining. I do appreciate it. All right, let's take a look at Ethereum Classic and see where the support might be for me to put an order in. So let's see what this hit. 18 bucks, 1760, 1775. So let's take a look at the order book. Where are the buyers stacked up at that 1760, 1775? $17.60, no, not too many stacked up. So let's see where they are actually stacked up. 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, a couple 10,000 orders. I'm surprised there aren't crazy lowball offers in at 10 cents. I was expecting to see like a couple 100,000 coins at 10 cents, but yeah, nobody's putting in their lowball offer, except for like $4 and somewhere in the range of 475 down to $4. Good amount, 25,000, 50,000, 30,000 coins. But let's see where I would be able to possibly find an entry. I mean, even though there isn't much support at that 1760, doesn't really mean that there won't be later as the price starts to get down to that price point. Dylan, good morning. Welcome, buddy. Let's see. Al says, I found more frequent trades lost me money. Yeah, dude, you don't want to overtrade. Don't overtrade. Let the trade come to you. I don't overtrade at all. I'm very selective on my trades, and that's how I was able to build that account from 8,000 to 22,000. I mean, I'll put an order in for 1761. I don't think it's going to get there anytime soon. $330 is coming up. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's not too far away. I mean, $1 away from it. It should hit it. Let's see. How many people do we have at that 330? About 58.86 coins at that specific price. But we do got a big seller at 329.01. What would happen if government made a crypto a reserve currency? Oh man, I think we'd go to the moon. I think there'd be a lot more people adopting it. I don't know, man. They're trying to ban it though, and they're trying to use national security as a means of banning cryptocurrency, saying that it funds terrorism. But so does the U.S. dollar and really any other current, big currency. The euro, the pound. They definitely, contribute to funding terrorism. So it's just not cryptocurrency. It's just not Bitcoin that does it. The U.S. dollar is probably the biggest funder of terrorism. Yeah, I completely agree. Adoption for crypto is still early. I mean, it's still a baby. It really is. But hopefully this flash crash didn't scare people away, and hopefully they just kind of learn how to utilize some of the things and not utilize margin or stop loss. All right, 329.31. Let's see if she hits that 330. I'm surprised they're even allowing me to sell. I thought they would freeze it. Let's see. Al, you're finding Ethereum BTC pair too difficult to trade. Yeah, I don't trade the cryptocurrency pairs. I trade the USD pair. Do I see crypto being traded on major exchange as a New York Stock Exchange? I doubt it. I doubt it. That would kind of defeat the purpose of a decentralized network. Al, the biggest issue that I run into with some of the cryptocurrency pairs that, let's just say hypothetically, I'm in Ethereum and I take a huge profit on Ethereum, and then I, sell out of Ethereum and go into BTC, and I end up getting into BTC at the high, and BTC happens to correct, then I'm giving back the profit that I've made. So I mean, there's definitely pros and cons to it. And you're absolutely right about, if you do go to Ethereum USD, that you're going to end up risking, a higher cost. That's, yeah, there's definitely pros and cons to it. But, in my opinion, the risk, on, switching the pairs to a different cryptocurrency kind of outweighs the reward. Yeah, Dr. Seuss, you're absolutely right, man. Ethereum recouped very quickly. And I mean, it's definitely strong, and it showed us that, she can recover from that, and she didn't stay down. Yeah, it's definitely the people that were on margin, like myself, and people that had stop loss in, we're the ones that got wiped out, got hammered. Yeah, we'll see if Litecoin starts to correct here. Yeah, even though I won't be purchasing, too many Litecoins. And let's get out of this one-day chart. 15 minutes. But yeah, if Ethereum is going to correct, first area that I would probably see, let's see, where's it at now? Yeah, I mean, support's going to be right, first area of support is right at the 40, 45, 50-ish, let's just say. Man, this is just very choppy right here. Very choppy. $42.50-ish, anywhere from 43 to 42.50-ish. 45 looks pretty good as a second area. So we'll see what she does. But yeah, I definitely want to get out of Ethereum. And it's not that because I don't have faith in it. I would rather use those funds for something else. So even an incorrect Ethereum BTC trade is more forgiving than a wrong Ethereum USD trade. Yeah, you could be right, buddy. Litecoin is the slowest moving crypto. You know what, dude? It's done pretty well for me, man. I've had some great runs with Litecoin. I think my last purchase was at $40, and then I sold it at $49. So it's a nice little profit there. As long as it has volatility, I don't really care what it is. As long as it has up and down moves, I'll trade it. I don't really have to like the cryptocurrency. Put my money on Burst or Purecoin. I don't know. We'll see. I might have to start trading some of these crap coins, especially the ones that are flatlined. Yeah, I mean, it's just not Litecoin that's manipulated by bots. Bitcoin and Ethereum can definitely be, and they have been manipulated by bots. News unit, yes, dude, and that's kind of my game plan. Buy Litecoin, and I'm definitely not going to buy it at 45.50. But yeah, that's buy it at 42, sell at 44, 45. That's exactly what I've done in the past. And you could just do that every day, basically. 24/7. You gotta get sleep in between, but Matt, let's see what you're saying. Do you know if you pay taxes on cashing in out to bank or per trade? It doesn't necessarily mean you got to cash out to a bank. I mean, as long as you sell to fiat, you're going to pay capital gains on that. Or the crash that caused people to lose money. They're going to write that off against their capital or their profit. So if I don't make any trades, by the end of the year, and I just keep it the way it is, where I lost, I made 17 grand, but then ended up, or what did I make? Yeah, 17 grand, and then ended up losing it all, basically. So my loss really is 3,000, and so I can write off $3,000 on my taxes. And if I had more than $3,000 in loss, then I can write off basically every year $3,000 until the whole loss is completely wiped out. But every year they'll allow you to write off 3,000. You got in at 13 cash out of 46, dude. That's perfect. Over 50% profit. That is sweet. It doesn't really matter that you only got in with 50 LTCs. I mean, 50 LTCs is actually pretty good. I mean, times the $16 that you made, that's not bad at all. Rocky Mountain High, good morning, buddy. Go for bat. Let's go ahead and take a look at Poloniex and Bittrex and see exactly what is going on, especially with Bitfinex or Bittrex actually. Yeah, I would never buy that. Not right now. Daniel, it all really depends on, what tax bracket are you in? You're either going to be in the 15% or 30%, or you could be 25%. So the system just basically calculates all that out. Yeah, I mean, I could easily be in the higher tier if I was making a lot of money, but I just took a big hit, so definitely will not be in the 30% tax bracket. TRIG, what is this? Up 215%? Was this thing just listed, or look at this pump? And man, I hope nobody got caught in this. Flatlines for a long time, and this is a 30-minute candlestick. I mean, this goes from a low of 4,000 satoshis to 40,000. It's crazy. And then, of course, crashes right back down. They bring it right back down to where it came from, just about. Let's see how long that pump lasted for. I doubt the 1-minute chart's going to allow me to see this. Yeah, I mean, this pump didn't last that long at all. 2 minutes, basically. And then they brought it right down to 10,000 satoshis, brought it right back up, and then, of course, yeah, just cascaded downwards, and then somewhat flatline. All right, based on volume, Ant shares, it's got the most volume today. You're definitely not interested in any of these altcoins. Let's see what's been getting hammered. This is probably just listed. Yep, just listed. And any coin that's listed, investors are taking profit. So hopefully you didn't chase this when it first got listed and bought at the high. Somebody asked me to take a look at Gollum. Let's go ahead and take a look at GNT. And I'll try to get to some of these comments. Morning, Rockin'. You bum. Yeah, bum. Yeah, I don't think it's just a trader's market. You can definitely find some great investing opportunities, especially, if you get in on a nice correction. And a correction does happen. Yeah, dude, Dubai review. Yeah, if Burst is already pumped up, there's no sense of getting into it. You're too late to the game. And that's great that you took profit, man. Yeah, don't buy something that's just being pumped. Definitely made it right back up after its debate on the exchange. And that was April 19th, something to that extent, where it hit that low of, what was that low? with 7,361 Satoshis. Yeah, Gollum would definitely be interesting in the 20,000 Satoshi range, a little under 20,000 possibly, between 20,000 and 17,000. Let's see, am I out of this trade yet? Nope, I'm still in it. Lomo coin recently made your week. Never even heard of it. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of money to be made. I'm glad you made 300% profit with a pump and dump. Yeah, especially if you can get in, before the pump actually happens, and as long as the pump lasts a little more than a couple seconds, yeah, you're good, man. But you got to be in and out. You got to be quick. And a lot of these things, yeah, they do pump them 1,000%. 300, 400, 500, 600% easily. LTC's got buy signal. Let's see. As long as these are real walls, I mean, I do like the amount of coins that are on the buy side. Definitely, looks like the buy side is definitely outweighing the sell side, but we do got a big seller. 600, 700, 800 at 46.03. Yeah, within 2 minutes, right? Dude, there you go, man. Bought it at 10,000 and sold it, 34,000 Satoshis. Yeah, you got to be quick, man. Got to be very quick. Yeah, my crypto journey. A lot of people talked about ARK. Getting wrecked on ANS. Yeah, you're not the only one, man. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are in your position. Definitely not saying this isn't an investor's market. Definitely didn't say that at all, bud. I don't know if I did. If I did, I'm sorry. It's definitely, I mean, it goes both ways. I mean, traders can make money and investors can make money. As long as you don't utilize margin and you don't have stop loss in the book. Stop loss will take it all away. Or margin will take it all away as well, too. You don't know how people are calling out coins that are going to pump next? That's because they're doing the pumping, buddy. They've already bought cheap. When somebody's buying cheap, next thing they're going to do is they're going to start pumping it. So you got to kind of, think about their motive. All right, come on, 330. Let's get out of this. Let's take a look and see XRP, because I know you guys have been asking about Ripple. We'll take a look at Ripple and see what it's done. It did get close to 25 cents, from that high of 32 cents that it hit, or a little under 32 cents. Yeah, if this thing gets to 20 cents, I wouldn't mind taking another position. somewhere in the range of 22 to 20 cents. 20 cents would be great, because it has the ability to get right up to 32. And I would definitely cut it loose at 30 cents, 50% profit. Yeah, in order for it to get to that level, she's got to break 25. Yeah, and a good amount of support at 25.779. It looks like it's bounced off that level numerous times and maintained above it. Bank course free falling. It's a scam. Did I win data with a lot of these coins? Yeah, Dubai review. I don't know if there's anything that's ready to be bought. I'm just basically kind of looking to see if I can get a good entry. I would love to get a good entry on Litecoin. Litecoin, Ethereum Classic. Hopefully Ethereum at 17 bucks, 16.50ish. Litecoin would be great at 42, 41.50. That's kind of what I'm looking forward to. But if you're asking me about a lot of the altcoins that are on Bittrex or Poloniex, yeah, I don't even look at them. I would probably lose my money quicker than I lost the 17 grand. I don't mind GDAX, and I mean, like I said before, I don't blame Coinbase or GDAX for this debacle that happened on the flash crash. Definitely, it wasn't their fault. But yeah, I do like the ability to place trades and not have to pay commission at all. I mean, a lot of my money goes towards commission. I mean, I paid 30 bucks in commission when that debacle happened. And then when I shorted, I paid $30 in commission to cover my short. When I shorted at 332.05, and then I had covered at $30.25, but they null and voided that and covered me at 331.89. So yeah, it shows that I made a little bit of profit, but with the commission, I lost 20 bucks on that. But yeah, 30 bucks commission, so that's 60 bucks right here. So commissions will definitely, or fees will definitely eat away at your profit. Ooh, 2 BTCs on Lomo. How's that working out? I hope it's working out for you, man. Especially if you were able to get it cheap, 3, 4, 5 cents, and then got out at 11 cents, 10 cents. Yeah, Zcash has definitely been impressive. This thing has definitely impressed me. I mean, I remember seeing this thing in the 20s, 30s, 50s, 60s. Bradley, what's up? Welcome, guys. Yeah, anybody that's new, click on that subscribe button so you don't end up missing any of these live streams, as well as the post notification. Joe Mama, I can see you, bud. Blake, welcome, bud. Let's talk about small caps. Yeah, you know what? Maybe one day I'll just cover small caps. Yeah, maybe I'll have to allocate, maybe $1,000 towards small caps and see how they do. But I can see myself losing that. XRP actually went up to, I think it was like 32 cents before it came back down to 25-ish. Let me see again. ascending W on which currency? So right up here, I mean, let's go ahead and zoom out of this. So I got up to 32,370 before it actually came down to that 25,201. And so it's a 7-cent drop. So it definitely has ability, and it looks like it's gearing up to kind of hopefully get right up to that level. And we'll see, when it gets to that level of 30 cents, if it's going to break out with a vengeance and get up to 33, or if it's going to pull right back down. More likely, it's going to pull right back down from that 32. Joe, man, you're still on. Nobody banned you, bud. You're still on. Somebody had me look at PTOY the other day. I forget who it was. And I did look at it, but I don't really remember what I looked at. And I'm going to mute this microphone real quick because I'm receiving a very important phone call. So just bear with me, guys. All right, sorry about that. But let's go ahead and take a look at PTOY. Yeah, there wasn't much data. That was a problem. But yeah, hopefully nobody bought at the top up here. Yeah, this might pique my interest, just for a little bit for an entry if it gets down to this low here of 8,605 Satoshis. If it gets to that level. I mean, if she breaks, 10,000, then yes, she could definitely get to that level. So 10,000 seems to have a very good support for this. Let's see what this is. Yeah, 10,000 looks pretty good. So I'm going to have to jot this down and keep an eye on it. See if it does break that 10,000 Satoshi range. I don't think they want me to get out of this Ethereum trade. Is Bitfinex or Bittrex better? I don't know, man. They're all going to have their issues, Blake. I do like Bitfinex because I'm able to see the whole order book, on one screen, and I don't have to keep clicking on the tabs. But Bitfinex does allow you to. I'm sorry, Bittrex does allow you to see the whole order book as well too. But you got to keep clicking on the tabs. But no, none of them are bad. I mean, like I said, they all have their issues. The Dubai review, yeah, exactly. And I've said that before. I don't think it really matters if it's a small cap or not. If you find something that's flatlined, yeah, I mean, if you can wait it out and if you can get in at the bottom, and that's what people are really doing is they're just building a large position when it's completely flatlined. But they're not going to build a very large position. They're not going to go all in, because they don't want to draw that suspicion. They want to continuously just be buying something and keep the volume very low. And then once they've accumulated what they need to accumulate, then they'll start pumping it on Twitter and any social media site that's out there. But yeah, if you can find some of these coins that have just completely flatlined, don't go all in, definitely not. But just to be able to put in maybe 10% of your capital and kind of wait for the pump. But you got to be ready when it pumps because that pump could last a couple seconds, or 2 to 3 minutes, and that's it. Yeah, if you guys have, if you guys see any, definitely let me know, and I'll try to look out for them as well too. Oh, BTC is short play. I don't know, man. In the sense of shorting, stay away from shorting, man. Unless you mean a short play as in, kind of an in and out type of trade. Yeah, I would not be shorting BTC. Maybe at 3,000, because it's more likely you might hit 3,000, just correct a little bit. You might correct to 2,800 from 3,000, but that's about it, though. Dr. Claw, nice, dude. I'm glad you like the stream. Yeah, I love doing these live streams, man. I really do. I enjoy it. Pure comedy and money making. Yeah, we got to make money. We definitely got to make money. Yeah, PTOY is definitely going to be piquing my interest. I'm definitely going to have to follow it and see. Like I said, if it breaks that 10,000 Satoshi level, and if it does, yeah, great entry at 8,000. Yeah, and there's a lot of comments, so I can't get to all the comments. I do apologize. APX. This is one of your favorite channels? Nice, Joe. I like it, buddy. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. Yeah, APX. Gotta probably look at this on the 1 day. Ooh, was this just listed? May 1st. I mean, look how low this volume was. Volume was really, 14,000, 9,000. And this is on a daily basis. 1,000, 2,000, 16,000. And as you can see, I mean, somebody's building a position. Is exactly what they're doing. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be interested in this. If it's flatlined, yes. This is definitely not flatlined. Yeah, I would wait for this to bottom. If you're not already in this, I would wait for this to bottom out. This isn't an interest for you guys. 159, 160, 155,000 Satoshis possibly. Dr. Claw, you subbed. Sweet. Yeah, and if you haven't subscribed yet, help us out. Click on that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It's completely free. I'll make it free for you guys today. You don't know what to do, Joe Mama, in the sense of the market. You just got to play it safe. Play it safe, man. Let these trades come to you. Don't go chasing them. Like button smashed. Yes, dude. And if you haven't smashed that like button, definitely smash it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to be hitting my exit at 330. I might have to lower it. Let's see if 329 will hit. What is the best long-term 10-year crypto investment? Man, I mean, especially if you can get them cheap, I mean, look at, maybe one of the, top 20 altcoins or cryptocurrencies. But yeah, I can't specifically tell you, for 10 years, this is it. Unless we can get a nice correction on BTC, and I mean, she's shown us that she can correct $900, $800. If you can get a nice correction and a great entry, that might be definitely a good 10-year. And I mean, I can see Bitcoin, eventually getting up to that $5,000, $10,000 range, especially within a 10-year time frame period. They could easily do it. But these are all pure speculations, remember. Yeah, also, I mean, Joe Mama, you said BTC or Ethereum. I mean, I would definitely add Litecoin to that. Definitely add Litecoin to it. You think within 2 years it'll hit 10,000? I don't know. That might be too fast, too quick. The correction would be brutal. Ah, come on, Ethereum. Let's get up to 329 at least. Keep an eye on EOS. I'll jot that down. I don't know what EOS is. Yeah, Joe Mama, you're right, man. August 1st is might be a little brutal for BTC, but we'll have to see. All right, I might have to lower this to 328 just so I can get out. All-time highs on Ethereum. Don't stay too long. No, that's what I'm trying to get out. Trying to get out. I'd rather utilize. I'd rather try to utilize that money on Litecoin if we can get a nice correction on Litecoin. 43 would be great. I wouldn't even say it's GDAC's fault, to be honest with you. JAP definitely. I don't blame GDAX at all. I think their system operated as the way it was supposed to operate. The one thing I didn't like though is that they took trading offline for Ethereum, and they should not have taken it offline. They should have continued the trading so that people would have the option to get out or get in if they wanted to. That's the only thing I was a little disappointed about. But no, their system did exactly what it was supposed to do. It just sucks that it caused a cascade of margin calls and stop loss triggers to bring that price down to 10 cents. But I don't know. I guess we'd have to wait until the investigation comes out. If there is going to be transparency and they're going to be truthful about what happened and not try to hide anything. Hopefully, they'll have an independent auditor or independent investigator. Now, somebody just definitely does not want me to get out of Ethereum. I don't know if this is ascending on the 5 minutes. Definitely consolidating, that's for sure. I mean, moving sideways. The range hasn't gotten tighter. I mean, it is getting a little tighter, I guess. But yeah, she'll definitely have a hard time at that 49.99, unless the sellers that were stacked up at that price point to basically prevent it from going up to $50 would have got out by now. Lower their price point to sell. Oh, dude, definitely. LTC would be great at $42. It would be awesome. I mean, I made some great profits with LTC. I really have. Especially my last one, purchasing at 40 and selling at 49. I mean, I've bought this thing all at different price points. Yeah, you can definitely look at Bittrex without logging on. You can also look at Bitfinex without logging on. You can also look at Poloniex without logging on, GDAX without logging on. You definitely can. Yeah, you don't need an account at all. You definitely need an account to be able to trade on it, but just to be able to look at it, yeah, it's not required, which is really nice. Your ex is messaging you on Facebook. Oh, man. Hopefully it's not bad. All right, I definitely want to get out of Ethereum, and I don't think that 328 is going to hit. If our moving average starts to converge, yes. But it's not showing me that it wants to converge. Henry from Australia, welcome, buddy. Thanks for letting me know where you're from. Tracy, welcome. What was that about Ripple that I missed? Let me try to scroll up on these comments. Let's see. Ripple was around 40 cents 4 to 6 weeks ago. Banks keep buying into XRP. They're not. I don't think they're buying into XRP. They're not buying the token. I mean, they're utilizing the Ripple technology, but I don't think they're buying XRP, the coin. Unless they are. I mean, the last report that I heard about Ripple and the bank in Dubai was that they were going to be using the Ripple technology. And I remember seeing that article and then looking at Ripple, and it didn't make an impact at all on the price of Ripple. I thought it would send it up, 50, 60%, but she didn't move. It's a great plan, GST author. Basically buy 3 to 4 BTCs at a time, and yeah, you could easily make that $200 profit per coin. Rinse and repeat. Exactly, man. That's the name of the game. As long as you don't overstay your welcome. Which position is better, Ethereum or Litecoin? I like Litecoin better. I think my $1,000 would go a long way on Litecoin than it would on Ethereum currently right now. When will the Bitcoin bubble pop? I think the question is, when will the ICO bubble pop. It doesn't hurt to have a little bit of both, to be honest with you, Ethereum or Litecoin, if you're holding long term. You know, especially if you get a good entry on Ethereum. No, I don't use Shapeshift. I know what it is, but yeah, I've never used Shapeshift. I don't know if I trust Shapeshift. Come on, let's get up to a good price. Where are our sellers stacked up? Next buyer that I see that has the ability to absorb what I have, which isn't much, I'm going to sell to that person. Dogecoin to the moon. Yeah, I'm sure my son would like that. Dogecoin to the moon. What is Doge doing today? I didn't even look at it. 110. It's actually been pretty stable, to be honest with you. You know, it's not bad. It hasn't crashed to 50 Satoshis. But yeah, this could be misleading. It misled me the other day. I was just like, man, Doge is up to 1,100 Satoshis. This is great. My son just made a good amount of money. Until I actually looked at Poloniex and I was like, well, what just happened here? And I was like, they added an extra zero. I'm like, yeah, that's great. I missed my opportunity. There was a buyer sitting there. Am I talking about Dogecoin? Yes, Scott, I am talking about Dogecoin. You've heard of Dogecoin, I'm assuming. DGB. When did I look at DGB? I think when everybody was probably losing money. Yeah, Scott, probably, man. I wouldn't be surprised. This might be of an interest. We'll have to see how long this flatlines for. But it's found its support. It really has found its that support. The low up here was 951, 950-ish. Yeah, I'm gonna write this down because this might pique my interest just a little bit. Definitely not for today, but yeah, PTOY, EOS I was gonna look at, and then definitely DigiByte. But yeah, we'll have to kind of see how this plays out and see if it's just going to stay flatlined. even though, she does have a little bit of up and downs. But I mean, overall, this is basically flatlining. All right, am I out of this trade yet? Pretty close. Bancor's ripping you apart. Ooh, 81%. What was your entry on this? And I mean, this is why I say, I mean, anytime it's listed on an exchange, stay away. Don't buy it. Wait for something to flatline. I mean, yeah, there's not much data at all. I mean, they'll take this thing to the ground. Yeah, unless you're getting in, pre-ICO or at the ICO, before they're listed on an exchange, yeah, don't even buy it when they're listed. Stay away. All right, I think I'm close to getting out. 327.99. Just need that 328. Yeah, GST author. Yeah, slow and steady wins the race, man. Slow and steady. Yeah, this is definitely not a get rich quick type of scheme. That's how a lot of traders lose money. DGB pumping in July. That's a possibility. I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on it to see if it just continues on this flat line range. And if it does, yeah, I might take a position because it definitely seems like it found that support. Get out after the pump. Yeah, dude. Definitely don't hold too long. Like I said before, don't overwhelcome your stay. Just hit it and run. How long do open orders stay on GDAX? As long as you want them to, until you cancel it, basically. Or if there's a system glitch and it ends up canceling everybody's order. But yeah, it'll stay on there for a long time until it executes, or until you cancel it, or until there's some sort of glitch. And you're not charged to have that open order. I think somebody asked me, how much do you pay to have that open order a while back? And I'm like, nothing. You only pay. Actually, you don't really pay anything because it's a limit order on GDAX. Now, if it was any other exchange, you wouldn't pay to have that open order, but once it executes, then you pay. August 1st is your birthday, Matt. I don't know if BTC is going to play nice with this user activated soft fork. I don't know if she will. Now, it stays open as long as you want it to. So, I mean, if I put in a low ball buy offer, let's just say at $10 for Ethereum, it'll stay on there. The 30 days that you're probably talking about is, 27 days on a margin buy. So if I bought something on a margin, it's only good for 27 days. After, on the 27th day, they will basically sell what they need to sell to satisfy the margin. Let's see what your question is. Can I open a sell order with a ridiculous amount? I mean, if there was a glitch on the low side, can we expect something the other way around? You could. I mean, you could put in a 10 cent, Ethereum purchase if you wanted to, and it'll stay in the book. until you decide to cancel, or until it executes, or until there's a system glitch that would somehow, some way cause everybody's pending orders to be canceled. And I think that did happen with GDAX when they went down for a couple hours for maintenance. They all pending orders were canceled. So when they came back online, you had to go back in and put in your sell order or your buy order back in the book. Man, this thing is stuck. It does not want to move. Who's holding this thing back? Nobody. There is no big seller that's holding this thing from being in that 330 range, or even hitting 328. SIA is dropping like a rock. Definitely not going to be the first, or not going to be the last. 5% down. I don't know what exchange you're looking at. I mean, 5% isn't too bad. Definitely, I mean, if she does drop like a rock, keep an eye on that 500 Satoshi range. Yeah, anywhere between 462 to 500. All right, 327, 94, 96, 91. Andrew, no. Yeah, the flash crash. Yeah, basically, it's my account that went from 8,000 to 22,000 in 3 months is what I made, and then I went from 22, took that 22,000 back down to 5,000 in a millisecond. Now it's just the capital or the profit that I took in 3 months versus what I lost before you can even really blink your eyes. But 81 watchers, thank you so much for joining, guys. I do appreciate it. And if you're new to this live stream, don't forget to click on that subscribe button as well as the post notification. And then sign up for our mailing list at cryptotradersroom.com. And then also stay connected with us on Steemit, Twitter, as well as Facebook. These videos do get uploaded to Steemit. So if you have a Steemit account, definitely help us upvote it. I'm not sure how many people have a Steemit account, but if you don't, definitely set one up. I highly recommend it. There's definitely crazy ways of making money on Steemit. Just make a video blog, write an article. There's a lot of people that will make a couple $1,000s per article. So if you're good at writing, definitely do it. Anytime it's below 700, you think it's a buy. I don't know. I would be patient with it. Don't go all in. There we go. All right, executed. So the 18,200 that I had in here is worth 1,190 bucks. All right. I'm not going to utilize margin, but I'm going to just see what it says when I go to put in a lowball offer on margin. And we'll just say, I mean, it's showing that they're giving me margin. And I'm just going to put a buy offer in for 10 cents. Margin currently not available for Ethereum USD. Yeah, I didn't think they allowed it yet. All right, Litecoin is really what I'm looking at. Let's see if they allow margin on Litecoin. And guys, I'm not utilizing margin, just to let you know. I am not. Even though I don't think the flash crash is going to happen again anytime soon, it can't happen. And if I start utilizing margin and getting comfortable with utilizing margin again, it could definitely happen. $100 at 10 cents to see if it allows me to do it. Margin is not available in LTC USD. Yeah, I'm sure Coinbase is getting crap about raising a margin to 10,000 the other day before the crash happened. All right, let me get to some of these comments, and then we're going to really take a look at Litecoin and see where I might be able to get an entry. Definitely not at 46.10 though. Oni, 17th was your birthday. Congratulations, bud. Or, happy belated birthday. Yeah, hopefully you guys did not buy SC at a very high price. But it definitely broke through support. It definitely has broken through support. Ooh. Yeah, the buyers are, I'm sorry, the sellers, let me see, they were stacked up. 241 million SC coins on the sell side versus 111, and they actually just increased that. It was just recently at 70 million, but 112 million on the buy side, 240 million on the sell side. Yeah, this might not look good. This might not be good at all for SC. Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on this for you guys. But yeah, it should have already turned around from this price point here, considering that's the lower end of the support. But yeah, if she continuously keeps grinding down, 627, 600 could be in sight. Sean, good morning, bud. LTC is a trader's dream. Yeah, dude, it is. It's made me a lot of money. It really has. And so it has Ethereum. Ethereum made me a lot of money as well too. But then it took it all back. It took back everything that I made. But I do like LTC. LTC next big move, up or down? Definitely up, I would say. But I'm not comfortable buying at this price range or at this price level. I would like to see 43 bucks, 42.50 possibly. I don't think it's going to get below 40 though. And if it does, it'll be for a split second and then kind of get right back up above 40. Yeah, Rocky Mountain. I would definitely say that's a trading no-no. 90% in LTC. Yeah, I would definitely scale out, slowly. Sean, great question, man. How often do I use market buy, market sell when the price is moving fast instead of chasing it with limit orders? So if it's crashing, market buy is your best thing. More than likely, you'll get it at a very cheaper price than what you actually see it at. Because if it's crashing, it's going to cause slippage. And this happened to me before, man. I click on that market buy order, and it's we're talking about. I'm just making up some numbers here. At 20 bucks, expecting me to buy it at 20 bucks, and then boom, I end up buying it at 18. 17.50. So market buys are great. Now you're going to pay commission on it, which is okay. But market buys are great when things are tanking. I mean, they're tanking heavily because people are lining up to get out, and they're going to be lining up. DJ, thank you so much, bud. Yeah, we'll get it back. We'll make it back. I've said it before. It's not the end of the world. Definitely not. Let's see what Ethereum is doing. 328 was my exit. Got up to 328.10. I don't think SC is doing fine at all, buddy. I don't think it's doing fine. I don't know if I said that. If I did, I do apologize. It is definitely not doing fine. I mean, let's see if the sellers are still stacked up versus the buyers. 116 million versus 265 million. Yeah, so heavily stacked up on the sell side. Heavily. I mean, this thing could come down. It could come down. Is this trading capability offered in Canada? I'm not sure, man. You know, when you go to set up an account, they'll tell you if you can open that account or not. Henry, if you're on this live stream, let me know, bud. But yeah, I would have to see Litecoin, you know, break that 45.50 to see if I can find a good entry. Abdullah, I'm assuming you're talking about SC on Poloniex. Yeah, and I hate looking at this order book on Poloniex. Not a fan of it. Because it doesn't tell me the total. And I mean, this is pretty normal. I mean, you know, to have, 1.7 million on the sell side, to have 1.1 million on the buy side. I mean, it's normal. I mean, the coin is cheap. 2.3 million, 1.2 million, 3 million. There we go, 13. Actually, 138 million. Is that correct? No, 13.8 million at 649 on the buy side. Yeah, sell side, oh man, I mean, people are going to be trying to sell high, but 1.3 million at 680. Where is the biggest support? Yes, I am talking about SC. $14 million at 650 on a buy side. 3 million. Yeah, that 14 million might be pretty good at 650. What is the current price? And this is on Poloniex. It is not on Bittrex. So you got to remember the prices are going to be a little different. So 675 Satoshis right now at 650, 14 million. That's pretty big. I think that's the biggest so far. Yeah, so we have to see exactly how she reacts at 650, considering unless that's, hopefully it's not a fake wall on the buy side. I mean, I doubt she's going to get to 40, but that is what I'm going to put the limit order in. Rejected. Are there more buyers and sellers in LTC? And based on what we can see, because you're kind of limited on the order book on GDAX. Currently, close to this price point right now, yes, at 46.25, 46.24. But Bitfinex is probably the best if we're looking at LTC or really any cryptocurrency in the sense of the order book. Abdullah, should be looking at it with USD. I can't look at SC on USD pair. It's not available on USD pair. What's a better bet for the day, Bitcoin or Litecoin? Oh man, that's a tough call. Due to the price, I like Litecoin. But let's look at the order book for Litecoin, and we'll look at the full order book. Nothing too crazy, really. Nothing crazy. Here we go here. This is a little crazy here on the sell side. All these 150s. This has got to be one person spreading it out to not cause a panic. This is definitely one person. All these 150s, 150s, 150s. I mean, I can't even count them. There's too many of them. But yeah, he's trying not to scare, or she or they. They're not trying to cause some sort of panic. So they will spread out their order, and they'll put it very tight, close range. So that is definitely a safe way of playing it instead of putting all your order in under one price point. We'll see if people catch on to this though and see exactly how they react to it. But I do not see that on, at least not that I can tell, because it doesn't tell me how many people are stacked up at that specific price point. But as we can see, the 150s, it's all one person, one person, one person, one person, one person. Now with some of these other 150s, like 150.2, or I'm sorry, 150.12, 150.14, 150.16 is showing two people, because the 0.21, 0.12, 0.14, 0.16, 0.37 is another person that's adding on to the 150. All right, guys, I got about 3 minutes left on this, and then I will be ending this live stream. So I'll try to get to some of these questions as best as I can, but it doesn't seem like I'll be getting an entry in today on Litecoin at all. I did get out of Ethereum, and I mean, if Ethereum dips to 300, I might take a very small position again. Can't really purchase too many, but possibly 3. But yeah, let me get to some of these comments before I end this live stream. Dr. Claus saying, you wonder what portion of the 33 million in Ethereum from the Civic ICO is going to be sold for fiat. Probably a good amount, and I think my system just crashed on me, so we'll see if it comes back on. Gotta love Windows. All right, just a little minor glitch. Let's see if I can get joined. All right, I think we're good now to an extent. Little minor glitch. All right, so let's see. A couple questions, and then I definitely got to get off this live stream. Ever wonder why these coins are priced different on different exchanges? Oh yeah, dude, it's a decentralized. I mean, it's not centralized at all, like the stock market. Considering it's decentralized, they have their own volume, their own prices. That's completely why, which is great. I mean, for arbitrage purposes, it's great. You know, trading the stock market, you really, I mean, you can't arbitrage anything. Prices are the same across, you know, all trading platforms. And there's, you know, tons of trading platforms. No, news unit. Yeah, I mean, it's not weird. That's the way it's been. You know, when you're dealing with a decentralized exchanges, you know, there's no central point for price action. You know, that they all have their own price action, and that's the way it's been for a while. It's completely different than the stock market. Yeah, it's kind of weird, you know, for a lot of people, and I thought it was weird too when I first started trading. And then I was like, oh, well, I could arbitrage. I didn't really, at that point, I didn't know there was actually a terminology for it. And I was like, I wonder if I can buy at this exchange and move it to this exchange and sell. And I was like, yeah, I can. I'm like, this is great. Yeah, dude, you're absolutely right. News unit, only in the cryptocurrency market. Can a coin be worth one price at one place and another price somewhere else? It's a wild, wild west. Indeed. Tracy, that's an awesome trade then. You bought a 380, it's at $8. Yeah, decentralized and unregulated, Oni. You said it correctly, bud. MACD on Crypto Watch on on which uh on which coin? I'm assuming probably Litecoin. And what time frame are you talking about as well too? I wonder what happened here. This is interesting. Okay, that was just a little glitch. Because it definitely didn't flatline for that long. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, she could be possibly turning around based on MACD, um, or it could be a complete fake out. That's a possibility too. On Litecoin, yeah, MACD's starting to turn. It is starting to turn. But at what point will it start to turn to the negative side? Possibly at 46.50, 46.45 if it gets up to that range. Moving averages have completely converged on the 5 minutes. Let's take a look at the 15 minutes. And 15 minutes are just starting to touch. And of course, MACD on the 15 minutes is still in the red. Andrew, let's see your question. Question one: what's the plan for the day? Plan for the day was really to get out of Ethereum, and I got out at 328. And the plan was to hopefully take a position on Litecoin if she can get to a level that I'm comfortable with. And will I be doing another live stream today? Probably not, unless something crazy happens. If something crazy does happen, I do my best to try to do a spur of the moment type of live stream. And I did, you know, I've done them before on, you know, on when we had that flash crash. I did a second live stream on an off day, on a Tuesday, Thursday. I've done a live stream when something crazy is happening, crazy price action movement. So really the only way to know is you have that push notification. Because if it's spur of the moment, it's I don't have time to kind of sit there and set it and say, okay, I'll be on in an hour. It's spur of the moment type of live stream. So highly recommend clicking on that little bell so that you're notified anytime a live stream is scheduled or I'm doing a live stream. Ether not crossing 328. No, I don't think it is, man. And that's why I was kind of glad to kind of gotten out of it. It's having a hard time. Yeah, on the 5-minute chart, LTC is not looking too bad, Oni. It's not looking bad at all. But, you know, she's going to have just a little bit of a hard time, you know, crossing that 46.50. She is going to have just a little bit of a hard time. What am I going to try buy Litecoin at? I mean, I would love the 42 bucks, 42.50. I think I put it for 40 bucks for some apparent reason. But 42.50 would be great. 41.50 would even be better. My previous entry was 40 bucks. I doubt it's going to get to 40 bucks. Yeah, Joe Mama, I hope SC makes a comeback for you, bud. I really do. My final take on SC was, yes, definitely downtrending. Definitely downtrending. I forget what I said. It broke resistance. So, I mean, if it broke resistance, it's probably going to keep breaking and hover below it. Yeah, I mean, it broke, you know, basically the second area of resistance pretty well. Coin is a good pump and dump coin. Yeah, I think a lot of them are, man. A lot of them are. And you just don't want to be caught on the wrong side of the trade. And that's why I rarely traded some of these altcoins. You know, I stay away from them. There's no way for me to have built up that account. You know, and if I did make a lot of money off these alts, then I could easily lose all of it within a matter of seconds. Oni, you're the man, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the comment. You know, you're thanking me for doing what I do. To the moon. Yes, dude. To the moon. And I want to see everybody make money. I don't want to see anybody lose money whatsoever. You know, I want to see you guys make money. You know, that's why we do this, is to make money, not to lose money. So don't chase anything, you know, especially when it gets up so high. Do not chase it, please. But yeah, LTC, I mean, I would love to see LTC, you know, break that 45 or come down below 45 and see exactly where she might end up. But 42 bucks, I would definitely buy it. And I mean, I wouldn't be buying much, you know, I'd probably be buying 25. That's really all that I could afford on GDAX. If you make a profit, take it, of course, man. You know, so basically, I mean, you know, it's going to be very slow and steady. You know, I'm going to have to be locking in these little tiny profits. Whereas before, I mean, you know, I was making, you know, 1,200, 1,300 bucks on a trade basically, and that was great. But now I definitely got to lock in these, you know, $30, $40 profits that I take, and just keep repeating that process. Yeah, don't take it. Yeah, you're right, Joe. Don't take advantage of the coins going high, but also take advantage of them going to lows. Yeah, I mean, you know, like Warren Buffett said, you know, be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. You know, in the sense that you definitely want to be buying when people are unloading, they're panic selling, and that's the best time to find an entry, man. Is, you know, when people are panic selling. Tracy, we're all little fish, you know, in this big pond of whales. So, you know, for you to make 20%, that's great. That is great return. So don't kick yourself for only making 20% return. I think that's great. Yeah, only 20%? No, no, be happy with that. Definitely be happy with it. The marijuana coins, huh? Yeah, I'll definitely have to take a look at them. But yeah, you know, this is time for me to get off the live stream. I do appreciate you guys joining, and I wish I could, you know, go a little longer on keeping this live stream going. And if you haven't done so already, please click on that subscribe button, as well as the post notification, so you're notified every time these videos are scheduled, or if I end up doing a spur of the moment type of live stream. Sign up for our mailing list on CryptoTradersRoom.com, and stay connected on Steemit, Twitter, as well as Facebook. And if you have a Steemit account, definitely find us on there and help us out by uploading our videos. I want to thank you guys for joining. Until next time, basically Monday, unless something crazy happens within this market. Hopefully not another flash crash. You know, keep our fingers crossed. But if you are utilizing margin, be very careful. I'll tell you guys to stay away from it. stay away from those stop losses, and you'll be perfectly fine. And I think if any of us have done that, that got caught in this flash crash, you know, we wouldn't have lost a lot of money. And that's really what caused us to lose a lot of money, was just that the margin and the stop loss. So as long as you kind of stay away from them, you'll be perfectly fine. But until next time, thank you so much for joining. I do appreciate it. Have a great weekend, and definitely be safe with those trades.